Hello everyone, this is the art of mastering anything. Welcome to our channel, The Enchanted Luxury Studio, where we talk about wealth and luxury. When you see somebody who does very well in their craft, it is easy to assume that pure talent gave them that kind of excellence. May it be an amazing singer, a fantastic dancer, a seasoned chef, a master mechanic, a great architect, or an accomplished athlete. People who are experts with what they can do are most likely to give us the impression that the universe indeed has its favorites. It is with their existence that we continue to believe that some people are born with natural gifts while others are not. While this phrase makes a lot of sense, it is not entirely true. Of course, you wouldn't become a vet or an animal trainer if you didn't like working with animals and have a knack for it. Likewise, you wouldn't become a football player if you didn't have some basic skills and fitness. However, it's a common misconception that people who are at the top of their game got there by relying solely on talent. Star athlete Cristiano Ronaldo said it best, "Talent without work is nothing." Let's discuss more of that by dwelling on the art of mastering anything. Here is how you can master your craft. Make it a study. There is no better way to begin the process of mastering something than studying. Now, we're not recommending you to go to an actual school for this. In fact, we are talking about the opposite. With how the school system works these days, it is not always the best place where you can master anything. Schools place value on subjects like science, math, and English. Unless that is exactly the path you want to take, mastering these subjects will not be that beneficial to you. Now, this might sound condemning, but all I'm saying is that while academics is a great utility in learning basic knowledge such as reading and writing, it doesn't teach us the valuable things that really matter in the real world. We are being bombarded with knowledge at school when in reality, it is wisdom that is mostly required. Instead of relying on school, learning from people who have already mastered whatever it is that you want is a better way to do it. If you want to have an amazing relationship, surround yourself with people who have an amazing relationship and seek help from them. Make them your role models. If they have a book or a course, consume their knowledge. If you want to succeed in business, study entrepreneurship and learn the principles of business from people who have already made it in the industry. Putting yourself in the proximity of someone who has the results you desire is one of the best ways to master anything. The longer you stick with them, the higher the possibility that you will adapt to their way of thinking. And the last thing you know, you're as successful as them. Run the extra mile. If you want to master anything, you have to run the extra mile. The reason why most people fail at mastering anything is that they do something for a while but don't stick with it long enough to master it. Let's look at a marathon race as an example. You can always stop on the first or second laps and not reach the finish line. But by doing so, you're not getting the sole purpose of joining the marathon. Yes, things may get harder along the way, but the sense of satisfaction you'll gain will certainly exceed the hardships you encounter. The same goes when you swim in the ocean. In most cases, people stay on the surface of the sea where they can enjoy the sun and the lighter water pressure. However, you're not getting the full experience of being in the ocean if you do that. Going deeper will allow you to experience an entirely different world. Going beyond the surface may come with risks, but the rewards surely surpass the risk of doing so. So let's apply this principle in real life. Running the extra mile means surpassing the limitations you impose on yourself. If you think you're mediocre in video editing, do not settle with that. Improve your skills by accepting challenging projects. If you think you suck at making conversations, then reach out to people more often than you do. You see, running the extra mile and diving beyond the surface requires you to step out of your comfort zone, which is a must-take action when you want to achieve mastery. Make it a habit. A habit is something you do over and over again, and doing something very often is another vivid path towards mastery. You can't be a master of anything without repetitive practice. If you want to master something, you have to embrace the act of doing it. If you want to become a great singer, do not let the day pass without doing some sort of harmonization for your vocals. The same applies to dancing, painting, or cooking. In his book, The Talent Code, Daniel Coyle discussed the science behind repetition and why mastery involves deep practice. Coyle explains how our brain neurons are firing and wiring together every time we repeat a certain action, pointing out that the more that you learn something again and again, the more that you strengthen that knowledge within yourself. So when you make something your habit and repeat it from time to time, it is a surefire way you will become a master of it. Fully immerse yourself in learning. One of the fastest ways to master something is through immersion. If you fully immerse yourself in learning for a specific period, your growth will skyrocket. Attending related events, seminars, and classes is a great way to practice immersion. Let's say you want to learn sign language. There are two ways you can make the dream possible. You can either enroll in a twice-a-week sign language class, or you can schedule a regular visit to a certain deaf organization site in your area and immerse yourself in their conversations. By taking this route, there is no doubt that you will be faster. Go ahead and get your favorite beverage and popcorn, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. Measure your progress and celebrate it. Having the means to measure your progress says a lot about how focused you are on your goal. In most cases, people fall short of their goals because they fail to keep track of their progress. If you are consistently focused on something, it's easier for you to mend things out once you encounter a setback. Measuring your progress requires you to look at what you're getting from the actions that you're taking. This is a course of action a lot of people fail at. They think they are not going anywhere because they are not measuring their progress, focusing only on one part of the story. They fail to notice the things they have learned and gained. If you draw your attention to the skills, wisdom, and work ethic that you have acquired in the pursuit of something, you are doing things right. Borrowing the words of Peter Drucker, you can't manage something if you don't measure it. Whatever it is that you're trying to pursue, the more that you measure your progress, the higher the chance that you will make it happen. Once you learn to measure your progress, celebrate it by giving yourself a reward. That way, you will keep yourself motivated on achieving your goals. Keep in mind, whatever gets rewarded, gets repeated. Break past plateaus. Whatever it is that you want to master, there will be a point when you hit a plateau. To put it simply, a plateau is a certain phase of your journey where little to no progress is being made. Plateaus are a part of the hike, and it's something you must anticipate along the way. When they enter the scene, you can't be caught off guard and let it derail you. Sometimes, taking a step back could be the best thing to do. You will have time to analyze your actions and look at things from a different perspective by doing so. The level of thinking that got you to where you are is not the same level of thinking that will get you to where you want to go. Detaching yourself from an old mindset and values could be your winning move. Break past plateaus by learning to consider other possibilities that come your way. Be patient. Mastery takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, and patience is a primary requirement for it. The phrase patience is a virtue should be given more importance today as the world becomes more demanding of speed and time. Studies suggest that members of these generations have such a short attention span because their brains are overstimulated with dopamine, making them less likely to stick with something and master it. In his book Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell expressed that it takes 10,000 hours to master something. That equates to 10 long years. You see, mastery is a commitment to never-ending improvement. And learning doesn't end with a specific number of hours and years. When you know you can always get better at what you do, then do more to better yourself. Be a teacher. If you want to master something, teach it. It will not only allow you to impart valuable skills and knowledge to other people, but it will also force you to learn it at a deeper level and live what you teach. Being a teacher will require you to learn more about your area of expertise, to constantly raise your standard and improve every aspect of your scope. By doing it frequently, sooner or later, you are already a master of what you teach. Aside from this, you will also get to widen the possibilities for future generations when you pass down everything you learn and master. And that's how you master anything. Thank you for spending some time with us. Feel free to share your thoughts about this video in the comments. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. Thanks for watching.